KSIZ Sizzlin 99.9.
This is a test of the emergency broadcast system.
Did I hear that right? This is the test for the emergency broadcast system. This is crazy. You listen to Paulie Spin on KSIZ Sizzlin 99.9 on this blustery, rainy day as we speak to a good friend of mine from Mad K Studios. We have got, that's right, the one and only Ken Madden. Good morning, pal.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm here. I'm alive. You were telling me about the rain on the freeway. What's up with that, man?
Right. So, I've got a long drive. It's one of the reasons you and I get to talk so often. And I go from Ramsey, Minnesota to Hudson, Wisconsin every day, which is 50 miles door to door. And up in the north loop of north end of Minneapolis, man, was it raining. I mean, I watch the news, you check the weather or whatever, and they say, it's going to be pouring. But I guess we're getting like a half inch of rain an hour. I mean, it's just pounding down. And we were driving, and I could barely see the end of the car, and people were going real slow. There were no accidents or anything, but it's not snow, so I'm glad of that. And this will wash whatever's left on the roads. It'll wash off so I can get the motorcycle out again, and I'm dying to get that going. So we made it through.
Well, that's a good thing, man. Warmer weather and better weather, fast approaching. It's just a matter of time. And I think maybe next week it'll be better time. Well, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think so. Even the end of this week. I guess today's the transition point. And the only problem is then we have to mow.
Yeah. Hey, but you
twice a week have to mow the lawn.
Yeah, well, you don't have a big space out there anyway. I mean, I see in your backyard. I mean, it's not that big.
No, it's not big at all. And I still have I have a quarter of an acre, and I still have the lawnmower I had when I had 3 acres. So I've got an old Alice Chalmers from 1980, and I got twin hood scoops on it. It's all customized and stuff, but it's got a 48-inch deck, so it takes me about 20 minutes to do the whole lawn.
There you go.
It's pretty quick, but and time to aerate and get all that stuff out, and I'll play farmer for a day and see if I can grow some grass this year.
Work on your farmer tent, right? And to all of our listeners, we're speaking with Ken Madden from Mad K Studio. You can find him on Facebook. In fact, last night I'm watching the first few moments of your podcast. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, sure. So I do Facebook Lives. I do some podcast stuff, and I've got a new project I'm working on, a new commission from a client that I got, and I'm doing a portrait of a motorcycle, and it's actually this guy's dad on a bike that he really loved. His dad's still alive. Everything's cool there, but he's doing it for a gift for him. And it's an old Yamaha RX 500, I think, or CX 500. I can't remember the exact number, but it's just a cool marker rendering, markers and colored pencil. I'm just getting going on it. So I like to people ask me how I do it, what the process is like, and how do you get the drawings done, how long does it take? So I figured, well, as I'm doing these, I try to do at least 2 or 3 live sessions while I'm drawing. I got my phone there, and last night I had a little issue because I always ask people, I'm like, can you hear me okay? Everything still sound okay? There was a little bit of delay between. And everyone's like, no, I can hear your mouth, but I can't voice it. So I'm like, what's going on? I'm usually pretty good at the tech, figuring it out. And I look at my phone, and I have a little stand, a little microphone stand, and I put an adapter on it for my iPhone. So I'm filming like that in the headset that I'm talking with now, and I'm like, it's usually beautiful sound. And I look at it, and I've got the thing clamped down on the minus button for the volume, so it turned the mic all the way down. And I'm fumbling with it like an idiot. It's pretty bad. So, and it reminded me of a story always. And so a year ago at the company I worked for, Ciro, that we built motorcycle parts and accessories, we had a prototype wireless charging phone holder for motorcycles, right? It's called the Cybercharger. It's out now. It's awesome. You can go to ciro3d.com and find it. But in the testing of that, I'm doing longevity testing, so we're riding it, make sure vibration doesn't hurt it and all that kind of stuff. Real world, ride in the rain, all that kind of fun stuff. And it kept calling the cops on me. So I put the phone in the charger, and I drive down the road, and like a minute and a half later, because it's Bluetoothed into, I was riding a Harley, and it was Bluetoothed into this Harley. So all of a sudden, over the stereo on the Harley, I'm just cranking, listening to Led Zeppelin or something, and all of a sudden it goes, this is Oakdale Police Department. What? I'm like, what's going on? Well, it turns out on my new iPhone that I didn't realize that if you hold the if you hold the buttons on the side, like the turn on button and the other side button, it goes to an emergency mode and it defaults to calling 911.
Oh, yeah, great.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So, but the other thing is, if you're flying on the highway, I didn't have my Bluetooth set up where I could talk to the police. So they're just, is everything okay? All they hear is noise because they hear it's coming through my phone, but you couldn't hear it because I'm going 70 miles an hour down the highway. That bike's got pipes on it, so all they hear is all this noise. I had to pull over, and I'm like, what's going on? They're like, what do you mean? You called us. I'm like, what's going on here? So I had to turn my phone off. I got to work, and of course, one of the kids at work that's younger was like, oh, yeah, it calls the police if you do this. I'm like, that would have been nice to know. So, again,
and
sometimes tech will get you.
Yeah, it happens. But speaking to Ken Madden, he actually is one of the co-founders of a company called Zero 3D. You can find that on Facebook. And what is it? Is a brand new elite product design company specializing in the power sports industry. Why don't you go forward and tell us a little bit more about Zero 3D?
Sure. So me and four of my friends got together and we started this company back in 2014. And we started out doing products for pretty much primarily for Harley Davidsons, and we launched the company in 2015 in Sturgis, and we haven't looked back. It's been a hard road, but we've gone from our first run I think was 100 products, and now we've got over 500. So on our websites, and then we opened up when Honda came out with the new Goldwing in 2018. They revised it for the first time, like really a full revision. Since 2001, they really hadn't changed it that much. And they changed this new one, and it's awesome. So we decided to do some parts with that. So we started a sister company called Gold Strike for the Goldwing guys. And, hopefully this summer we can go to some shows. Our trailer just left. We have a big semi that we run to the big shows, Daytona, Sturgis, Myrtle Beach, Panama City, Laconia, New Hampshire. We go to Wingding. We go to Americade out in New York, upstate New York, Americade. That's going to be in September this year. All of those got canceled last year, other than Sturgis. So we're really looking forward to getting back on the road, and you get to see the people, And we have a full staff of salespeople. We have our full product line at any of the rallies. If anyone's out looking at any of the rallies we're at, we also have mechanics. We bring mechanics in to install our parts. So you can buy the parts there, leave your bike, go look around, go to the bar, hang out, have some fun, come back, and your bike's all done. All the new parts installed on it. We do lighting, drink holders, phone holders, foot pegs, comfort items, all kinds of stuff. And we're always coming up with new products, because if you're not growing, you're dying, right?
Well, if you have, what is, the information that you might want to, give to our listeners if they are looking to buy some items for their motorcycle?
Absolutely. Go to Zero3D.com. That's CIRO, the number 3D.com, or GoldStrike3D.com. Both of those places will take you to our website, and it's a full-service site. Any questions you have, you can also give us a call. We're local in Hudson, and we're probably the fastest-growing company in the motorcycle industry right now, and it's an exciting time. COVID was hell on earth for all of us for the last year, but for the motorcycle world, it's actually kind of reinvigorated, because is there a better social distance machine than a motorcycle? Nope. That's the best thing that got going, and it's really been a good year for us in that aspect. Unfortunately, with the shows closed, what do you do? But Zero3D.com, and you can see us on Facebook, Instagram, we're all over the place. YouTube, you can see my pretty face on the YouTube channel, do a bunch of videos, install videos. Some of them, all right, so I'll tell you this, some of them are pretty funny, all right? When we started the company, there's still only 12 of us in the whole company. We're trying to stay as lean and small as possible and still deliver. And so when we started doing the videos, you got to watch some of the beginning ones from 2015 to 2016. They're pretty funny to watch. The production quality, let's say, is amateurish, but we're getting better. We're getting better, and we're doing more and more. So it's pretty exciting. It's fun to be able to just do something like this. And I can tell people it's better than having a job. I go and I play with motorcycles all day. How could that be bad?
You know what? That's the best. However, your weekends are occupied by a lot of other things, and one of them was the cruise at Coon Rapids. What happened there this past weekend?
We froze our butts off, for one thing. It was cold. It was, usually everyone's everyone's out, and even still at 8:30, 9 o'clock, there's still a lot of cars just starting to clear out. Man, it was already a ghost town by 8:30 because everyone's freezing. Everyone went into the restaurants, which is good. It's good for the restaurants. So I went cruising down there. Went to the. I usually start out in the parking lot on the kind of the west end of the cruise where it's Boulevard. There's like the Boulevard Bar and Grill. They got a big lot there. So I hung out there. I met some friends there and whatnot. And, of course, our friend Tina, my town car buddy, was there. So her and I went cruising in the two town cars. She's got a town car and I've got a town car. And I made up some new cards. I'm trying something new, a little new marketing strategy for myself. And I had some cards printed out with a QR code on it so I can hand it to people and they can just scan it and go right to my website, the Mad K Studio site. And, because when you're somewhere and someone gives you a business card or whatever, you're like, yeah, that's cool, but you want to see online now. I mean, that's what everyone wants to do. So with the new phones and the way QR codes work, you get that little box with the little boxes in it, and you just press your camera button and it takes you right to it. And we'll see how that works. But I'm looking for more commissions and things like that of artwork of cars, motorcycles, and I don't want to get overloaded, but it's nice to have a steady stream of artwork because I really enjoy doing them. So the car show seems pretty exciting this year. It hasn't been very warm out though, so we haven't had a night that I can set up there and actually work on site, and we're going to be doing some more of that. But it's going to warm up a little bit and then not be windy. One day it was warm enough, but 30-mile-an-hour gusts is not very conducive to painting. You have to bolt everything down or something.
Yeah, while you're freezing, you got icicles under your nose. We're speaking to Ken Madden at Mad K Studio. You can find him on Facebook. And, let's talk a little bit, before I let you go. April 19th, you had a post there. Moms have a superpower, a short story. And I'm so enthused about some of the things that you have done in the past. Explain some of the pictures. You got a horse here. You have 2 dogs and a cat.
Right. So it's my little zoo. I've got... I've recently started to do something I've always wanted to do was acrylic painting on canvas. And I did that in high school 100 years ago. And I never really got back into it until recently when I had, it was my cousin actually commissioned me to do 7 paintings of horses she board horses up in New Hampshire. And she wanted for Christmas to give the people that she's boarding horses for each a painting of their horse. So she sent me pictures and I did them. I said, let's give this a shot. And I really enjoy it. I mean, I've been a painter all my life, so it's not like I haven't painted before. It's not brand new to me, but the medium's new. So there's a little learning curve on, and what style of brushes I like and which ones do work the best for this and that. And I just really fell in love with the medium, so I kept doing it. And I've done dozens of paintings now. This is since November, but, you get going on something and you don't want to stop. So it's been a lot of 2, 3 in the morning painting sessions. I don't even realize what time it is. So what I was doing there is I've done a lot. Almost everything I've done is for gifts for people. They've commissioned me. I'm going to give this to my mom or my aunt or something like that. And I like that feeling of being able to do that because the person gets the painting, and then they usually send me, when they actually deliver it or whatever, they send me a pictures or a little video of them opening it, and it's just it feels good to see other people just get some joy out of something I've created. And so the post you were reading was kind of a Mother's Day ode where, talking about moms that support you with whatever you're going to do. And the superpower they have is seeing something in you that you didn't know you have yourself. And it's coming up. Mom's Day is coming up, you guys. So,
and I'm looking at this, all right, and you have a free consultation, but it's so affordable for an 11 by 14 acrylic painting on canvas for $250. I mean, that's so affordable. But how long does it normally take to complete?
Usually it takes a few weeks to do, and I've got space right now where I could probably take 2 more before Mother's Day and be able to get it to them in time. Other than shipping, we'll have to work that out, but they take a few weeks usually. I really enjoyed it. I really wanted to keep the price as low as possible, just so it's affordable for most people, but at the same time, make it worthwhile, of course, to do because I still have to pay the bills and keep the studio open.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was a good. I figured that was a good cause, and I've done quite a few of them. And part of it is just a love for it. So it's not really about the money. It's more about I want to be able to do more and more of them. So if they're affordable, I'll be able to do more of them. If that makes sense to you.
Without a doubt. With our last minute we got for you today, Ken, would you give all of our listeners and the greatest audience in the world on KSIZ Sizzlin 99.9 all of your contact information? You got 40 seconds.
Absolutely. So you can contact me. Best way is on Facebook, Mad K Studio. On Facebook, you look me up there. Across all of social media, I'm the same. It's Mad K Studio. And YouTube, I've got a YouTube channel, and that's got some shows and things that I do on there. It's also got, that's where a lot of how-tos and other things will be popping up there. So madkstudio.com is my website. Go check that out. And make sure you're tuning in with Paulie, because we talk pretty regularly, and at least every Monday at 8:15. Be right here.
That's right. Thanks for being on today, and we'll be talking next week.
Yeah, can't wait. Talk to you soon.
Nicely done. Ken Madden from Mad K Studios, Zero 3D, and a whole bunch of other stuff that he does here in Minneapolis St Paul. It's bottom of the hour. You're listening